I keep getting foot ones recently.
Me, so have I.
That is horrible.
Like sugar daddies.
I know, but I'm like,
They're everywhere.
no, I
what's
can't
wrong with
sit it.
them?
They're offering a lot of money for these. What
These
is really
I feel like they're not real. Like I just feel
I
like
don't
there's some
think they're
weird
real.
person.
Hello and welcome back to the Lux Girl group chat. This week, Sapna and I are joined by Beckett
Hiya.
and a friend of Lux Girl and content creator Shola West.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Shola, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
It's great to have you.
Can't wait. Let's get into it.
But yeah, we're at episode 8, which is exciting.
So what's everyone been up to? I mean,
Yeah.
You've not been on here for a little while. I feel like you probably have some things to catch
I
us
was
up
just
on.
thinking that because we normally do the podcast in the morning, and I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like my brain is a bit.
We've all had quite a full-on day before
Yeah, we
we've
have.
Yes.
sat down. So I
Yes.
think this is going to be great to unwind, de-stress, and
Yeah.
let it all out.
Relax.
Although I did have a coffee like 20 minutes ago, which I don't normally have at this time of day, so I am ready to rumble.
What have you been up
What
to?
have I been up to? Well, I went to Cornwall. Did I go to Cornwall?
Yes,
last
you
weekend?
did.
Yeah, it was
Bank
so.
holiday.
It was so nice. It was just so. It was so beautiful. I feel like I wasn't expecting it to be like a proper little break and relaxation. Like I didn't really. Yeah, it was just we just booked it randomly, and then we went, and I was like, it was so pretty.
What did you get up to?
We went. I ate like 4 fish and chips within 2 days.
Fish and chips is
I love
up
fish and
there. I
chips.
reckon
It's a classic.
that or Toad in the Hole are like British classics.
Really?
Yeah, I've not heard of that one. You know.
What, guys?
No.
It's like a giant Yorkshire pudding with sausage
okay.
with gravy.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
do
it.
know that.
I've
I
seen
just
it.
didn't know that's
God,
what that
you
was
panicked
called.
me then.
I have
Yeah,
to
no,
say,
we've seen it,
that was a
seen
really
it.
niche thing to bring up though with fish and chips. I feel like fish and chips is like up here, and then Toad in the Hall is like
Came out
somewhere
of
with
nowhere.
everything else. Yeah.
It's one of my favourites.
Oh my god.
So I did that. That was really lovely, but it is such a long drive from London. It took like 6.5 hours to get home.
Did you
it was
drive?
really- no, I don't.
Of course she did. She's passenger princess.
I'm like the epitome of passenger. I did not. But yeah, so I did that, and then what else? What's been going on this week? I don't really. This week's been a bit of a blur, to be honest.
No, it has,
And
to
with
be
all the
fair.
bank holidays, it's like all merging
Merged
into
into
one
one.
at the
We've got another
moment.
one next weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Have you got any plans, Shola?
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I think me and my friends will just do like a little shopping trip. Something very simple,
Yeah,
and
really
nice and
cute.
wholesome.
Yeah.
Because the
And
rest have been like go, and you just need a break.
Yeah, for sure.
And for those listening who want to get to know you a bit more, can you tell us a little bit more about, your content creating, things like that, Shola?
Yeah, of course. So you can follow me on TikTok if you want to at All Things Media Sis, and I basically help young professionals who want to start a career in media or creative industries. I'll show you guys different job opportunities, interview tips, CV tips, basically being that sister that I didn't have when I was going through the process of like getting a job.
Great.
And it's really
That's
nice.
such a
and
nice
wholesome.
idea.
Well,
We're definitely
yeah.
touching on that a bit more later.
Yes.
We've got some questions in from our audience about
Career
careers
questions.
and some additional questions as well, so we'll go through that later.
Just quickly, should we run through outfits?
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Beach.
Really
weird
response. I'm wearing a naked twill suit, I think it's called on their website, and I've got this one. And I feel like quite a lot of us have got this
I've
suit.
got it. Daisy's got
It's
it. We've got it in
literally
black.
it's the best suit out there on the high street. So I'm wearing that with some like chunky gold rings and my yellow Adidas trainers, which I just love at the moment.
Lovely. Shola, what are you wearing?
So I'm also wearing a naked blazer because it's just the like, go-to
Yeah,
place at the
that's so
moment. And then this champion top, which I got from ASOS like ages ago. And then these denim cargo pants from Cider. And then these like sandal type nude heels from H&M. And then just jewelry from Nivea.
Lovely.
So nice.
Dace, what are you wearing?
I have got another co-ord on. This time, this is a Zara co-ord, and it's almost, it looks like pyjamas.
I mean, it's so
I
much
really
cooler.
like it.
But
Yeah,
we've
it's
got
really
blue
cool.
and white striped trousers with almost like a white taper down the side, and then a little crop shirt. I didn't think I was into the crop shirt, but I'm actually kind of loving this.
I love it. Also, to plug site, we're just about to do a story on how to style a crop shirt. So go check that out if you don't know how to style a
Brilliant.
crop shirt.
And Russell and Bromley sandals. I've actually got the
Amazing.
sandals out for the first time this week, so I've officially classed it
Right?
as summer.
Are
Literally.
your toes cold or not?
No, they're fine
I
actually.
keep toying each morning. I'm like, ooh, do I? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Sapna, what are you wearing?
I am wearing basically the top half of that co-ord everyone has from Mango. It's like a denim cropped jacket. And then I'm wearing a baby tee from Realization and some pink linen trousers from Zara. And then my Adidas Below Sambas.
You forgot
Yeah,
something.
I was
gonna say,
how
can you
the
forget?
main event. then, guys, I found the cutest little like silk neckerchief thing on Vestiaire. This is a Fendi one, and it's got all these little like, it's like doodles. I think it's actually from their doodle collection a couple of years ago, and it's so sweet
It's
and
so cute.
such a good find on Vestiaire. I actually love Vestiaire. So
I never
much.
use it. Can you like debunk it for me in terms of what you use it for?
Well,
how often you go on it to find things? Do you have to be quite hot on it?
I mean, it's like Depop, really. It's
Right.
like I used to literally go on it more than I did on Instagram and just scroll and scroll and look
I
for
do in the
things.
evenings
Really?
when I watch TV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
find
looking
it so
on it.
relaxing.
But recently, just because I'm broke, I don't do that. But when there's something I'm specifically looking for, I'll go on and then like
feel
search
like
for it.
I feel like it doesn't have, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time when I'm searching for a product, they don't have it at the moment, though.
Yeah, and
Like,
also
it's a
their
bit-
search function's not amazing.
it's
but once
not.
you find something, you're like, oh my god, that's such a steal. But yeah, I really do recommend for more like design. I think Depop's good for like literally everything. You could get something from Zara, or you could buy like Salomons, but Vestiaire is a bit more like designer. I've got like a
High-end.
Frankie shop jacket from there. I've got like, what else have I got from there?
You've
A
got quite a
Ganni
lot.
bag. Like I've got tons of things from there, so definitely check it out.
Okay, cool.
I got one of my Chloe rings from there because I was on the hunt for this for so long and nowhere sold it in the size, and then finally one came up.
But let's move on to products we're loving. Always a fun one to talk about. B, I mean, we always come to you first because you've got some really good
I've got
recommendations.
things I'm loving
Right, come
now.
on, B. We're here for it. We're soaking it all up.
So first thing, this is a bit random, but only because I redid my nails this morning. Have you guys all used Seche Vite?
No.
Yes. Oh, I've heard of it, and I know Georgie loves it.
Okay,
as
so
well.
everyone in the whole entire world needs Seche Vite if you're doing your nails, because you put it, it's a top coat,
Okay.
and it makes it look like a gel, and it makes your nail varnish dry, because I am the worst person in the world at smudging my nails and like chipping them, whatever. It literally stops.
Wait, so talk
that.
me through. You apply normal polish.
Just do it at your normal nail varnish, and then just as a it works as a top coat, and it dries them so quickly.
but do you have to have
ac-
a UV lamp?
No. But
It's
it
just nail
actually
polish.
dries them. It's not like normal top coats where they say they dry them, they're not quite dry and they're a bit sticky. Like it literally, and you know also when you have like gunky nail varnish that doesn't quite dry properly,
Yeah.
it literally just stops. It's so good.
Amazing.
Yeah,
so
it's
needed.
amazing.
I mean, your
Really
nails
love
look
it.
great. For everyone
Another
listening, they're like
thing-
a
thanks.
maroon. Really
I mean, they're
lovely
quite
colour.
wintry, but I just thought to contrast, I'm wearing like a beige suit, and I thought it might look quite cool, like contrasting with it. So I'm loving my nail polish. Also, I don't know if this is a thing at the moment or not, and it's really annoying. Okay, basically, I had a pistachio latte at the weekend.
Is this from Nero?
No, so well, this is my question. Is I walked past a coffee shop in Fulham.
Yeah, it's Nero. I know exactly
Where is
what
it?
you mean. On the corner, you walk past
What,
it.
Cafe
It
Nero?
was on a straight road, not
Cafe
Cafe Nero.
Nero.
No, it was like an independent one.
Oh, okay.
I love Cafe Nero.
And it was the best coffee I've ever had, and I tried to walk back the next day to find it, and I was like, I can't remember which one it is.
Shola, what are you loving?
So I'm loving this co-ward suit that I have at the moment from Forever Unique.
Okay.
And it's basically like a pastel pink, and then it's got like a striking like hot pink stripe that goes along the side, and then like along the side of the trousers as well. I actually just posted a picture of it on Instagram like literally like an hour ago. But I'm just like obsessed. I really like it. I love a blazer. If you can't tell. And it's just perfect. And then I'm also obsessed with these like denim, kind of like the same heel size as this, like a mini heel, because I feel like at this age I can't do big heels anymore. I can only do mini heels. So it's like a mini heel denim like pump type shoe from Stradivarius.
Okay.
And it's really nice, and it'll be one I'll definitely wear in summer. And then I have a restaurant actually that I wanted to share that I've been loving at the moment called King Tan
Okay.
in
where's that?
Holborn.
Nice.
And it's a Japanese barbecue, and it's really nice.
Oh my
So
God,
the ones where it's
yeah.
open and you cook the stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I've gone there like
Oh, do you
twice.
cook it yourself?
You cook it yourself.
Oh my God,
Nice.
It's really fun. Like I was scared at first because like I'm a bit of like a germaphobe, but it was really clean, really nice. Like the food was like
Is
10
it
out of
hard?
10.
Like, do they tell you how? Because I'm terrible at cooking. Is it like easy cooking skills?
It's so easy, yeah.
Okay.
So they'll like have it seasoned already. You just have to put it on there and then fry it. Yeah, exactly. And then
Nice.
you have marshmallows that you can have.
That's
And
it.
it's
Yeah.
so good.
Right, so
It's
remind
go
me,
to
what was it called again?
King Tan.
King Tan.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to. I'm
Like,
gonna write that
guys,
down right now.
please
We'll link
go.
it all below.
Yeah, must see.
Delicious.
Lovely days. What are you loving?
Okay, so we just ran an article on the 41 new food items we're loving on Lux Girl. Went live this week, so if you haven't seen it, you must check it out. But
Shout out Sherry.
she really nailed this one.
She nailed
And
it.
one of them were the Twister Peekaboo Ice Lollies. Have you guys seen them?
I don't think I've seen
So you know the classic Twister Ice Lolly?
Yeah.
They basically reincarnated the shape of it, so it's like way more modern. If that's like a thing.
Love it.
And the flavours are so much better. So it's
No.
melon, blueberry, and some other insane flavour.
Does it still have the white bit in the middle? 'Cause that's
Yes, it has like blueberry in the middle or
the...
something.
No,
But you've got to try.
I know. I mean the like cream going round.
Oh no, it does. Oh yes. No.
In
it's
between.
changed.
Oh my god,
Colours.
no
Well, yeah, that was
way!
the
That is an
original.
outrage.
Wait till you try these because the flavour is so much better.
Blueberry sounds nice. So.
And melon.
So, and I'm a sucker for something sweet after dinner, and
Same.
this is just perfect. It hits the spot. Don't know if they're up there with the watermelon ones. I think if you watch Lux Girl, you'll know my obsession with those because they are also a favourite, the Roundtree watermelon ones. But yeah, that's one of them. Has anyone seen the Stussy 23 Summer Collection?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh
really
yes,
cool.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
Please explain.
Yeah, so I'm obsessed. It's just really vibrant colours. I mean, they're classic logo type across the hoodies and stuff, but something about it. I think it's the imagery that's pulled me in.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really cool. So I feel like something might have to be on my wish list this summer. And also
really
they've done like a waistcoat, so like no sleeves,
Obsessed
waistcoat
with
type
waistcoats.
padded jacket. That's really cool. Another recommendation or thing I'm loving is, has anyone heard of thegoto.com?
Yes, I love it.
Be as a
Bees-
product,
good.
as a
Bees
product
go-to.
editor at Sheer Lux Girl, this is
Yeah.
probably one of your Bibles. But if you really struggle for gifts for friends, for family, thegoto.com is so good. I was scrolling last night and I just love everything on
Yeah.
there.
It's so
There
cool.
were some really cute under eye patches
Yeah.
that say like matcha please or
I love that.
Yeah, they're so
cute.
cute.
yeah, there's candles. What else is on there, B?
Literally, like it's so good. All like there's a lot of like personalized things on there, and like just like funny. Like there'll be like board games, but like a cool little quirky version
Yeah.
of it. And yeah,
I think it's
they're
their
really
Instagram.
lovely.
I saw their Instagram and all their like their imagery and their e-commerce. I just think it's so cool.
Yeah, it's
I love
really
stuff
good.
That's
like that.
definitely one to
Yeah.
check out.
I like
Yeah.
to like gather gifts for my friends and then give them like one big gift
Oh,
with like
that's
mini
so
things.
nice.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That sounds quite
Love
good.
that.
that is really nice.
And last thing was actually something B in your drop on Instagram this week. So there was a nostalgic SPF in a
Yeah.
whipped cream
Oh
bottle.
yeah.
And it comes out as whipped cream.
So cool. I think that's like marketing genius.
Yeah, it's so good,
fun.
isn't it?
There's something quite
So
fun
good.
in the shower about having
I know.
Oh my god,
something
it's the
quirky
best.
like that. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
shh.
Yeah, and that, and then in a sun cream. I'm really
Oh, I know.
it's
And
so
for
good.
like parents putting sun cream on their kids, that's like
yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
fun.
really
Yeah.
cool.
make it fun.
Yeah. Also, you
So
can get
good.
like a really cute picture, like with it, with like a
Yeah.
cute beach towel. Like it, like I
Yeah.
feel
It's
like
it's got
aesthetically.
yeah. For those
It's
listening
like
who haven't
vintage
seen it,
style.
it's like vintage style based back in like the 80s and their advertising campaign back then. So they've kind of come full circle with it, and it's really quirky. So B, thank you for
Oh,
that.
I'm so glad.
Sat, what are you loving?
One thing is these really cool pair of pink glasses I just bought from Mango. They were literally, I think they were under £10, honestly, or maybe under 20, but they're like oval and just like full like baby pink. So cute. Another thing from Mango actually is like a crochet pair of trousers and a top. So it's like a striped black and white stripe, and then the top is kind of, you tie it in the middle and it's just like a sleeveless little cute thing, but I'd wear them separately as well. So really sweet. Another thing is a campaign I'm loving from Amélie Ondor. You know I love them. And the thing is, they always do menswear, and I'm not sure if this is still menswear because there are female models in it, or if it's just like unisex, but their newest campaign for spring summer 23 is so cool. Again, loads of crochet. They have this really sweet
I
like,
don't think I've seen this.
no, it's literally launched, like it's launching tomorrow, and they've
Okay.
literally started posting about it yesterday, I think. But you know that Prada tote that everyone had last
Yeah.
summer, like
Yeah.
that crochet one? They've done like a really similar one, but it's Amélie Ondor. It's a little bit more like subtle.
Yeah.
It's so cute. And then yeah, just loads of crochet. And then they've got shorts and like shirts and things, which I think are unisex. I think all of it is unisex actually.
I
but-
rate that. I actually
prefer
find the
that.
men's
Yeah.
department so good.
But they've
Yeah.
styled it really cool. Like there's some female models in it, and they've styled it really sick. And I just love everything they do. But I'm glad that they've included the ladies this time.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm very excited to try that out.
Love that. Anything else?
We also have to mention that Rhode has just launched in the UK. We've just started trying out their products. Oh my god. Okay, I honestly didn't think I was going to like them because, like, first of all, I've got the most sensitive skin. I thought I'd put like one thing on and like break out. And also, like, I feel like any influencer or like celeb brands aren't always like as good as you'd think they'd be. But this is genuinely good. Like, I've been using the skincare like all
Have you?
week,
Okay.
and I genuinely do really like
I've
it.
only tried the lip balm, but it's good.
Yeah,
Is it?
I
I've got it on
love
my
the
desk.
lip.
It's now become a desk essential.
I know. It's,
that's
I
cute.
really like it. We also have to tell you, our editor Charlotte was so lucky because she got invited to the launch event last night, and oh my god, she got to meet Justin Bieber. So
And
they basically, yeah, and obviously I'm a little more starstruck about Justin Bieber. But yeah, she basically got to speak to him for like a whole minute. How sick is
Oh
that?
my gosh.
And absolute flex, she asked him to send me a voice note.
Yes.
No.
But he
Oh
said,
my
I
God.
didn't want
Did
to
he
do
do
it there.
Oh my God, he
But I said
declined.
it was the
good.
thought that counts, Charlotte.
Exactly.
Thank
Yeah.
you for trying.
But
Because
at least he knows.
if I'd woken up to a voice
That would
note
be
from JP,
insane.
Imagine.
I think I'd actually pass
You
away.
might have thought it was AI though.
yes, probably
Yeah.
would have.
But
That
Daisy,
was
that,
so
that
nice
means
of
he
her.
knows who you are. Like it, like through
another way.
association. Through association.
Very
he knows.
loose.
So good.
But how sick. But yeah, those are my things I'm loving. Oh, actually, no, I've got one more. Okay, it's not a new thing, but it's basically like, I think it's become probably like one of my favourite restaurants in London. And it's not like a restaurant because you can literally take it like to go, but it's Miznon. Have you heard of it?
No.
No.
It's been around for a while, and I think it actually, I don't know, it didn't start in the UK. They've got a few around the world, but it's basically like, the idea is you can put anything in a pita, so it's got like the coolest.
Okay, this is
I love a
me.
pita.
There's like
so-
a hamburger one. There's like a classic falafel one, which is what I get, and I get like loads of green chilies, and like it is just so good. It is massive. Like
Right,
you
where can we
literally-
go? Where is it?
Yeah, where is
It's in Soho,
Okay.
so literally smack bang in Central, and it is so good. And I literally have been craving it all week, so I was like, I need to tell the Lux girls about Miss Non. It's
Oh my God,
insane.
yum.
You'd all love it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Great.
everything I'm
Love a
loving.
pita.
Brilliant.
Okay, so let's move on to our next segment, which is the hot list. And actually, since we were just talking about campaigns, maybe we can talk about Picante's new campaign because it is so cool. They've done this before, actually. It's like a graduation, high school-y kind of theme. It's very varsity vibes, but they have got like the coolest faces in it, from Professor Green to like who else was in
Well,
it?
all the they pulled all the TikTokers
Oh,
like
yes.
Spencer Elmer.
Yeah.
They had they also had that cool DJ Eliza May Jackson.
Yeah.
They had Fuzz, the TikToker Fuzz.
Yes.
So they've actually, I feel like if you're setting up a brand now and if you could get those kind of people on board, you're winning.
Sorted,
Easy. I mean,
yeah.
they're because
It's
they
easy
are
then.
basically their influencers themselves, and this is
Yeah.
like their crowd they hang out with. So
Yeah.
they're so lucky that they can just bring all their, friends.
Did
their friends
anyone
to the
see?
campaign.
I think was it KFC their recent ad? They've
No.
also I think it was a fast food chain, and they have done an ad with all the TikTokers again.
Right.
And they're not as big as like the Noah Becks and that of the world, but they're those slightly micro-ish TikTokers that obviously have such a great reach. I think that's just
Nando's did a similar
Was it
one.
Nando's?
Yeah.
I think it
Oh,
was
maybe
Nando's,
also
Shola.
Nando's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Nando's.
It was brilliant.
It was
It was
good,
a
wasn't
really
it?
good
Yeah, it was
campaign.
definitely
Yeah,
Nando's.
it was really good.
And I was just watching it like, oh my god, that's that TikToker. That's that TikToker.
And they had footballers. And
Yes, they had football. Yeah, they had Saka.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Saka. I think they had Saka
Yeah.
on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it was good.
sick.
Yeah.
I mean, up
It
the
was really good.
TikTokers. I feel like there was such like a time during COVID when everyone was just taking the piss out of people becoming TikTokers, but the amount that these people get paid and how much like every single brand wants to have them in their campaigns, like
Exactly.
there
Do
is
you
a
think
lot of
TikTokers
value
get
in
paid
it.
more than Instagram? So I guess
Yes.
they're like both really.
100%
Definitely.
now these days. Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
I would
guys,
definitely
I better
say
get
so
practicing
from
my
I know.
TikToks.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But moving swiftly on, actually, that is such a good play on words because that wasn't even on purpose. I was going to say about Taylor Swift. So we talk about her tour quite often on here because, I mean, it's
Well, you
so
just-
cool.
you're desperate to
I'm
go.
a big fan and I'm desperate to go.
And it would make her world if someone out there could help
Anyone
her.
who's watching, listening, reading, subscribing, I would love to go to the Eras tour. Hit me up.
I've
But
seen
no.
her before and she's really
Have
good.
you? So have I.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got some
she's
free
incredible.
tickets one day and
Did
me
you?
and my friends were like, let's go.
Oh my
And she was
goodness.
brilliant.
Yeah, I
What's
went
your
when I was like
all-time-
13.
Did you? I was going to say, what's your all-time favourite Taylor Swift song?
I would say the one that's like.
you
Wait,
can
I'm
sing.
gonna have to wait. Let me let me remember because it's the beginning. Say you remember.
Remember me.
What's it called? Wildest Dreams.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one. That
that's
one. I love that one. I don't know why.
I mean, I
it's
love
my
every
fave.
Taylor Swift song. But yeah, I mean, so we've talked about it loads, but what's more interesting in the last few weeks is that some of her shows, people have been gathering basically
Not just people.
Oh.
50,000
50,000 people have been gathering outside of the stadiums
to
So
sing along.
basically everyone who either couldn't afford a ticket or couldn't get a ticket because they are very expensive and very hard to
Are
get.
they?
Yeah, very much so. People have just been outside the stadium because you can hear
Well,
her.
to be
you
fair,
still
it
hear
looked like
her?
such a vibe on the outside.
It did.
They were
Community
is.
vibes.
Yeah, but they
You
were
like
all
that?
jumping up and down. They all had like.
Yeah.
That's actually so sweet. I
know,
like
it's
that.
so sweet.
You must
It's
have been able to hear it
incredible.
from miles away.
Yeah.
Like her impact is just crazy.
There was one TikTok I saw, it honestly brought a tear to my eye. There was like this old man in the crowd and he had his iPhone and his, you know how like old people have their text really big?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was typing, so as someone else, it was from their point of view filming him and they zoomed onto his phone and he was typing I'm completely overwhelmed by this woman. I must get you and the girls tickets because she is amazing. And he was like this old man who'd obviously taken like his grandchild and was texting his wife.
So sweet.
That is so
And it had
cute.
like 1 million likes.
And he probably doesn't even know that he's out there.
I know.
Or famous.
I know.
that someone was reading his text. Bless
But
him.
his font was size 15.
Oh my god, that is so
That is cute.
other people in the audience at Taylor Swift concert. Matty Healy, right?
They're
so
dating.
They are definitely dating. So there's the rumor that's going around is that they're dating. Which
They are, it's not
at
a rumour.
first we were like, oh no, they're not. But he has gone to every single concert in the past like month.
But also he was in the box with Taylor's parents.
Yes.
So like
and like
yeah.
and her
more
best
convincing.
friends like
Yeah,
Gigi
yeah.
Hadid and everything. And then like in the last week as well, we've seen photos of them holding hands,
Okay, there
walking
we
out
go.
of hotels
Aw.
together.
Yeah, it's
him
official.
leaving her house. They're definitely dating.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna be like a serious long term.
Do you not think?
No, I think they're playing it up a little bit for PR, and they're
Do you
probably
think?
like a bit like in a honeymoon phase, and then they'll be like both on tour and they won't chat again. But they've been friends for a really long time.
But if
so
he's come to all of her tours, that's quite good dedication.
With the
to-
parents.
like,
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
box.
But he's a performer like too. I'm sure he just enjoys like
yeah, being there. Yeah.
he is quite the performer.
He is a great performer. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna last.
We'll see.
We'll find out.
I know. But yeah, happy for you, Taylor.
But my whole TikTok is Swift talk.
yeah, same. I'm not mad. I'm not
My
mad.
TikTok is not Swift.
What's your TikTok?
What is it? I would love to know what your feelings
Guys,
is.
I'm really
Interiors.
I really don't do TikTok very often. No, mine is like mainly fashion interiors.
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
See, that's your TikTok.
Yeah, and like restaurants and food.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just standard though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
fair.
Yeah. I didn't think I don't really like my algorithm that much on it.
You got to give it time. There's a reset
true.
button. There's
Oh,
a reset
really?
button.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, in settings,
yes,
you can
I'm
reset
scared
your
to
For
do
You
that,
page.
though.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, because it feels
No,
like
like
everything
I-
you've done.
Yeah.
Just go on.
Obviously, we talk about Call Her Daddy loads, but I was listening to Priyanka Chopra on there. We don't talk about it too much because we talk about podcasts on here so much. It was a really good one. You guys should check it out.
Yeah, I haven't
But,
listened.
one thing that stood out to me was that she said that her and Nick actually met because he like went into her DMs and was like basically
I have
super
heard,
forward.
heard about
I've
this.
heard her.
and just
Yeah,
message
well,
her being
heard
like,
him.
people think we
Yeah.
should meet or something, whatever. But I was wondering, have any of you received like a really
Yeah, it's
direct or like really sweet or really funny DM in your life?
B definitely has. Look at
No,
look
I
at her
haven't.
face.
I literally was gonna say I keep getting foot ones recently.
So have I.
That is horrible.
like sugar daddies.
I know, but I'm like,
They're everywhere.
No,
I
I
don't
can
know what's wrong
consider
with
it.
them.
I don't
They are offering
get
a
it.
lot of money for these.
What
these
is it?
really
I
ugly
feel
things.
like they're not real. Like I just feel
I
like
don't
there's some
think they're
weird
real.
person behind it.
Oh
who's,
yeah,
like, gonna expose you and not pay you any
100%.
money.
But to be fair,
Don't
my
get
toes are
tempted.
really well manicured.
Are they? But you know what? I feel like people actually prefer like ugly toes.
Yeah, my
Oh,
marathon
that's
feet,
so
they can have a
wrong.
bit of
Oh,
that.
Oh yeah, nice.
I've now got 7 nails.
But would you guys, if it was like a stranger, like I don't know, it would creep me out if someone came. I don't know.
But
If
you
what?
just
If
gotta.
what?
Like if a guy like came into your DMs and was like,
Sorry, if you're
you
single.
didn't know him, yeah.
Right.
I
When
don't
not
know.
not about feet, yeah.
I just think there's something about sliding into DMs that's a bit like
I think-
I
slimy.
don't know.
I
I
think
think
shoot your shot.
I agree with that.
I appreciate the
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, because it's through Instagram, you can really stalk them. You can see if they're legit,
true.
or like
Yeah.
you can see if you've got people that also follow them.
I think it's because in general you just get creepy guys. On
Yeah.
like
9 out of
it's
10.
never a fit guy going into this.
yeah, no, 9 out of 10 times it's probably someone really random. or
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
think if I was single and like a guy dropped like in my DMs, like, oh, you're really fit. I don't know. Oh, you're really fit. I'm okay. No, if they
That's
say
your
something
child.
nice, great child.
Shola, have you ever had a weird or interesting or
I've had a
cute
very
DM?
strange
Oh.
DM, guys. It's a very weird story, but I'm like a star sign girl. I believe in my horoscopes, my star signs, and
Love
I'm
that.
Aries. And one day, this person messaged me, and they basically told me everything I did yesterday. Well, yesterday back then.
What, like actually?
It was so accurate that I was freaked out. I was just like, because I was speaking to my friend, I was like, oh my god, we were just having this conversation yesterday. Look what this person sent me, and it matched up. And like usually I get like random kind of
like
like
what kind of
people-
details did they know?
Like so I
Like
am
what you ate for
someone-
breakfast or how you
No,
feeling?
not that detailed. So I'm someone who like rarely will say to someone I'm upset. Like I was in a bad mood. I was like, I'm upset. I don't feel motivated. I never say that.
But internally, yeah.
But internally, yeah. But I'll
Yeah.
never say it. So I was saying
Yeah.
it to my friend, and then the person was like, it's okay if you're feeling demotivated at this time. Obviously, usually you don't, but you're going to go places. And I was like, okay, this is weird. So I want to respond, even though I know it could be a scam. So I was like, thanks.
Was it a horoscope page, or was it just a random
It was a person who claims that they do like hand reading and like that sort of thing.
Wow.
Oh, a psychic girly.
Psychic
Yeah.
girly, right? So I thought, okay, let me say whatever, like, thanks. And then it kept continuing for like a week. She kept sending me these updates and they were like
Were
very
you asking
accurate.
for them?
I wasn't asking for them. So it was
Give me
getting
my daily
really
feedback.
strange. And because it was so on point, I was just like feeding into it. And then one day she sent me a picture, like, I don't know, she was supposed to my Instagram, printed the photo, put it on her wall with candles around it and was praying, and she was like, I was freaked out. I was like, what the hell have I got myself into? Why did I
going to
respond?
send you an invoice at the
Right,
end.
what's gonna happen to me? Literally.
How did you end it?
I had to block her.
Oh, shit.
And I was just scared. I was like,
Yeah.
like,
She's
how
gonna
did this
come to
go
my
from
house.
one text to like a picture? Like,
Oh my god.
who even prints? And then you've gone out your
Yeah,
way
that's
to
it.
go
Who
on my
hasn't printed these
Instagram, right, to print the picture, and you've got candles, and you're like humming in a language I don't know.
my
And I just was
gosh.
really scared. I was
Okay,
really petrified.
before the seance situation, I was about to say, send me her app, because
No.
I would love to
me
know.
too.
But
No,
now
guys.
I'm good.
Don't respond. Like, you have to do your research.
That's
Because
so funny.
yeah, I was just like,
my God,
I
that
got
is so
staged the
weird.
next day because I was scared. It's
I
like,
tried that over lockdown with a woman who said that she would call me up and she'd be able to do it over the phone. So I
Right.
tried it. I swear to God, she
B,
literally
this
was
is
the
typical
biggest
you.
bullshit.
oh, I thought you were gonna say it went well.
Oh my God, no, it was absolute rubbish. Like,
Oh,
I've literally
no.
never heard such rubbish in my life. I was like, I might. Like,
And how
this
much
is-
did you pay for that?
I don't even want to
No,
remember.
tell
I
us,
blocked out my-
tell us.
I don't
We can
remember.
bleep it out. We can bleep it out.
No, like I think it was about £50 for like.
Oh, okay.
No, for like
Yeah,
10
no, I had
minutes,
£200
guys.
in my
No,
head.
no,
but
no,
still
yeah.
a lot.
No, yeah.
If she was chatting,
No,
you know.
guys, it was like 10 minutes. It was awful. It's just.
Oh,
God.
I
But they
really want
can't
to do
tell.
that.
She
I want to
literally
do it as well.
I think we should do it on a podcast.
Do you have any
Should we
recommendations?
call someone who would like
Read off.
They can come sit here with us.
I would
I've
like
had
it.
mine read so many times. They get me so wrong. I think it must be half person.
It's really hard though, because I do genuinely believe there are people out there that can do that and that are genuinely spiritual.
I
and
don't
can
know.
No, I
But
think
where
there
are they?
But I've
Because-
never found
but
one.
there are like 90% of the people doing it are just like trying to con you. So
Yeah.
it's really hard to find that person who's actually.
Yeah.
But
Have
if
you
you're
ever-
out,
Yeah.
If you're out there, please, guys.
yeah.
I want to know, what about you, Sap? Have you ever had a weird or strange or
Mine were the
sweet
feet
deed?
ones.
Oh,
I've had
yes.
feet. I've had. Do you want to join OnlyFans? I've had all sorts of things. But also, actually, we should mention we have had some really lovely feedback, messages, all sorts of things on Lux Girl, and also we recently did a survey.
Yes.
And we had some really lovely feedback on there. So thank you guys so
Aw.
much. Those honestly make our day, and we
There
love
was
it.
hundreds of you all replying, and it
Oh,
was
that's
so
well done,
good.
guys.
It sometimes feels like we're not actually talking to anyone, so to actually see
Nice.
that
Yeah.
back is so nice. So keep them coming. We love it. Keep it coming. But yeah, Daisy, you watched Sam Thompson's
Oh, yes.
documentary, didn't you?
I've got a TV recommendation. So Sam Thompson recently did a brilliant interview about his diagnosis with ADHD, and has anyone watched it?
I really want to. I haven't
So
yet.
Channel 4, it's brilliant, and I think for someone, I mean, I personally think his content is fantastic. I think he must, I don't know if he has a team working with him, but him and Zara nail it every
funny.
single
Yeah,
time. The
they're
brief,
brilliant.
the execution is just like tick, tick, tick. And I've always loved his energy and just loved everything about him. So I wasn't shocked when he thought that he perhaps might have ADHD, but I loved the documentary, and I think it should be shown to schools. I think everyone should watch it. It's just brilliant. But it also raised the issue that, you know, I think there was perhaps a bit of a stigma in like the 80s, 90s of neurodiversity, which is perhaps why a lot of people are either self-diagnosing or diagnosing a lot later in their life, because back then perhaps things weren't detected at schools as much, or parents were a bit not naive to it but kind of took a blind eye.
I can
So-
relate to that.
So his mum, it was quite a hard watch when his mum, he basically went to his mum and said, look, I think I've got this. And she was a bit like, I don't want you to be labelled, blah, blah, blah. But I get that from a mother's perspective. Like, that's your son. You don't want him to change. You don't want...
Yeah.
So he kind of had to face that, but he wanted to explore it, and he wanted to explore medication and everything like that. But what shocked me the most was the waiting time on the NHS.
Yeah.
It's over 2 years, they said.
Same
And-
for like seeing a therapist.
Yeah.
Same for it's absolutely crazy.
And you know, you've got to pay big bucks to get seen by a specialist or go privately. So it's tough for people, young people perhaps, who, you know, are really struggling at school, don't know why they can't perhaps focus or concentrate. And
And I guess that's why a lot of people are turning to things like TikTok. And we were speaking about this a bit the other day. It's both quite damaging and also quite a good opportunity for people to actually find out like what's going on.
Yeah, well, a lot of, I guess there's lots of niches on TikTok. You've got like book talk and cottagecore, and you know, there's so many niches, and one of which it has been ADHD, and that was in the documentary. Sam was putting it into TikTok, and he was like, what the hell, 4 million people have searched this, and it's because people were saying, you know, these are my symptoms, or this is that, and he could relate to a lot of them. I mean, I could relate to a lot of them personally.
And that's actually where the danger is, I think. Is like, obviously it's a great place to go to if you're trying to figure something out, but you shouldn't take it as the Bible, like go to a doctor.
Of course.
And I know it's a long wait, but you do need to like make sure you're actually like medically told something, because it is TikTok. Like, anyone, you don't know who's qualified or who's on there, but I think in a way it's good at least to raise awareness and to like get you thinking or get you into the idea of like, oh, I need to see someone.
Definitely. So. And you know, on this occasion, medication didn't work for Sam. I don't think he tried it for long enough personally, because he only took it for a day. But but it's quite an instant feeling, I think. I mean, you know, this is kind of,
obviously we don't know. So
no, exactly. So, but it was just, it was such a good documentary. I think everyone should watch it.
I'm definitely going to watch, because I can relate to that. Because I have dyslexia, and like my parents were told about it when like I was a lot younger, but they were just kind of like, oh, the labeling thing.
Sure.
And then I got diagnosed at like 19, because like my apprenticeship provider people had paid for me to get the test.
Okay.
And then I only found out later on.
And do you ever think, what if I found out earlier?
Yeah.
Would that have changed? You know what I mean? And I think that's the struggles. So many people perhaps. And also for Sam, it was like he was actually fine up until he left school, because his parents structured his life, or his school structured his life. When that structure goes away, and you're doing quite adult things, you'll suddenly realise, actually, I can't cope that well. So that's perhaps when it comes to fruition.
Yeah, definitely. Because like in the workplace, like, you know, you've got emails and you might be making mistakes, and it's not that you're making them on purpose, but then having things like Grammarly Premium can help. So it's better to know, and then you can get the right support. So.
I must say, ChatGPT
has
changed my life. Do you use it?
Yeah. For multiple things.
Oh my God, it's brilliant for you, like checking all your grammar, helping you tighten your emails,
even ideas.
Oh, it's so
Guys,
good.
do you know what I saw on TikTok the other day? Someone it can do a holiday for you.
Oh yeah,
like it can plan your whole holiday.
My gosh, all of your weekend trips. It will plan everything.
How good is it? No, but you can be like, I want a trip to Italy, and I fancy doing this, and it will tell you all the best restaurants, the hotels, the flights, everything. I thought that is a genius way of using ChatGPT.
I need that.
I love it. I love it.
I just can't get behind it. I have been trying to use it, and I do it. I can, like, I appreciate it. It's very smart, but I just don't like that taking away my creativity.
Sure, and I think like, as a writer, Sapna's a writer,
exactly.
And I use it because perhaps my writing isn't very strong, so it's a great kind of leg up. But for someone who, you know, that's a talent, that's a skill. It is taking that away from people in a way.
I'm just scared it's going to replace me.
Yeah, well, it might do one day, Sapna. It might do.
It probably will. It's all right. Gonna have to take up another hobby.
But yeah, you've got to play around with it. But also, this kind of raised something else, which I was talking to the girls in the office today about. Have you seen Snapchat has a new AI?
Yeah, I've been playing with it just to test
it
out.
So for people,
it's scary.
Yeah, for people listening, it is basically so on your Snapchat, you know where all your friends are. You now have this AI bot that like is your friend.
Yeah.
So you can speak to it. You can talk if you're lonely. You can talk to it. And it. But what scares me about it is that someone could like fall in love with their AI bot.
Oh, I hope not. God. But yeah, that's true. But it's good for like quick things. Like I asked.
Is it a bit like ChatGPT in that way?
Yes, but like very like accessible and quick and easy.
Okay.
So the other day I had friends around and I was like, "What board games can I like pick?" And it then just sent me a few.
So it's basically like.
So I was just like, "Quick help."
I think that's.
I know, but
not everyone's using it in the way I'm using it.
Yeah, it scares me that people could. I don't know.
Yeah, like 13-year-olds.
It's kind of forcing people to become quite introverted.
Because it's so much smarter than, say, being like to your Google Home, what's the weather like today? It's like so much, like it's almost like it has a mind.
It's like a
Do you
real
know what I mean?
person.
Yeah, that's what's a bit weird about it.
But it's not powered by ChatGPT, is it?
No, it's its own thing. But
so it's not as smart.
But it's more about being a friend, which what I find a bit creepy.
Yeah, but I would say that because it's Snapchat and they will know that their main audience is a younger audience, you would hope that there are more regulations.
You would hope that TikTok put things in place for under 13-year-olds too.
You would hope there are more regulations to not let it kind of get that to that stage where it would be anything harmful.
I hope by the time we have kids, it will all have sorted itself out.
There might be robots just walking around.
I think there will be.
Honestly. Okay, so we're going to move on to questions now. And because you guys had such a good response to our TikTok the other day when we were talking about what we did at uni and our careers and how we got here, we thought we'd answer some career questions. And obviously we've got Shola here, who's an expert in this. So yeah, let's get into it.
I'm excited to see
I'm
what they've
excited.
asked.
I'm excited. Okay, so our
sounds
first
good.
question is, can I still go into fashion if my degree is something else? I would say 100% yes, you can.
Absolutely yes.
Shola, do you want to take this one on?
Yes, I will. So, fun fact, I actually went to fashion college, Fashion Retail Academy in central London, so Tottenham Court Road, and then I'm now in media, right? So I'm doing it the other way around. So yeah, when you're young and like you've just finished your apprenticeship or you've just finished uni, like you don't necessarily know exactly what you want to do. And I think in this like day and age for Gen Z particularly, we don't all just want a linear career. Zigzag careers are becoming more popular, meaning that you might want to start in this, you might want to trial this. So it's actually about personal branding, so how you like show up online, whether that's on LinkedIn, whether that's on Instagram, demonstrating your passions. Maybe you've got a fashion blog, maybe you've got a fashion page, making sure that you're trying to get as much experience as you can. If people won't give you experience, try and make your own. I always say that to people. So for me, when I wanted to get into digital marketing and I had no experience, I just said to my friend who owned like a business page, can I like do some like marketing for you and then make it into a case study and I'll use that to get the apprenticeship. I did that. So if you want to get into fashion and you feel like, did she say she wanted to get into fashion, was it? Or
Yeah,
she,
but in a different career.
But in a different
As in
or
she
studied.
didn't study it, but she wants to get into it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you, as long as you're demonstrating your passion, so you've got something else on the side like that fashion blog or that fashion page, or you can get some experience through a friend or somebody that you know, a family member, that's absolutely fine. It's about how you package yourself. I know for experience, employers aren't just even looking for degrees anymore.
Yeah.
It's about experience, it's about who you
100%.
know, it's about networking, it's about personal branding. So I honestly wouldn't worry. I don't have a degree and I've not really had an issue with switching careers because it's about how you position yourself.
And I think your point on case studies is so crucial. I think like this girl's, you've got a passion for fashion. Well, go and, you know, get out there, portfolio everything, file everything. You need to document everything.
Exactly.
And then you
evidence of what
exactly.
you can
And
do.
examples of that could be a blog,
Yeah.
could be content creation, could be your own TikTok. I mean, that is a whole portfolio in
Yeah.
itself.
Exactly.
So
And
I think
feel like
even most fashion jobs that you apply for now will ask for your socials to like see
100%.
whether
Yes.
you're actually working in social or
yeah,
not.
and I
like-
think one thing as well, I was always like, oh, do I take my account off private when I was applying for jobs and things like that? And I think, yes, go for it. I know it can be a bit daunting because you get, you know, the odd,
Yeah.
you don't want people looking in, but I
bikini.
think to put yourself out there a bit more, you know, it's so competitive nowadays, use that and open that up for people to see.
Yeah.
Sure.
What is the best way to get valuable work experience? So we actually recently had a careers event with Sheerlux at Soho House, and we had a really mega panel. And one thing, it was like a nugget that someone said, and I was like, oh my god, I love that. I'm going to hold on to that. And it was the founder of I think she had a tailoring company, first sort of female-run tailoring company on Savile Row. And she said she set a goal to have 100 coffees with someone in a year. No, 100 coffees in a year. And I just think that is so cool because a coffee, you're not asking anyone to bring anything. You don't have to overthink it, but you can set, you know, putting yourself out there, asking someone for a coffee, you're instantly setting yourself up to receive some kind of advice.
Yeah.
Or some kind of, I think people would be quite flattered if
Yeah.
you were to say, oh, I'd love to go for a coffee with you to pick
Yeah.
your brains or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
use that for work experience. Use your contacts, use your contacts.
Yeah.
Just slide into the DMs.
Yeah, I think that's a really good piece of advice. And also I had a friend who he wanted to get into website design
Yeah.
and he didn't know how. So he basically found a bunch of companies and like redesigned their website on the back just
And
like,
pitched
for
it
his
to
own
them.
thing and pitched it.
Love that.
So that's
Yeah.
another way you can get yourself in the door because you're
For
coming
sure.
with something tangible. Because not everybody, the truth is not everybody has time to always go for a coffee when they're
No.
really senior.
Yeah.
But if you can come with like, I've redesigned this, like these are my ideas, you're demonstrating your experience from the get-go. And that they're more inclined to be like, actually, you're amazing.
I think I
Exactly.
saw a guy who was like a really cool illustrator, and he'd done some illustrations for North Face, and he'd put them on TikTok, and they like blew up, and everyone was like, "Give this guy a job,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's
Stuff
really
like
hire
that,
this guy
stuff
now."
like
And I was like,
that.
"I
Yeah.
love this."
Yeah.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. It's to get. I think her question is how to get valuable experience. Is to reach out to the right people and to do it in the right way. So, like cold emails are like the best thing you can do if you know you can't meet up with someone if you don't know who they are. You find them on LinkedIn, email them, send them your information, send them your portfolio. And especially if it's in publishing or writing, you need to literally go, so whatever it is, go on their site and write a piece as if you're writing for them.
I like
it's
that,
the same
okay.
thing. You need to give an example that you can write like them or for them.
Prove
So-
yourself before you get the opportunity.
Yeah, and the
Exactly.
thing that I really like about that whole like TikTok thing is that like if they've said no to you, like there's like search for like another route round.
And
it,
also, you
like,
never
if there's a
know
company
who's,
really
you know,
like.
that may open doors somewhere else.
Yeah.
Another company might take you on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how should you justify a gap in your resume if you've done nothing in a space of time? Shola, what do you
That's
think?
quite
Really good
interesting.
question.
That is such a good question.
I'd like to know.
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually. I mean, I would, if I was having a one-to-one with this person, I'd want to ask, like, were you actually doing nothing? Like, were you actually sitting at home doing nothing? Because I had a gap on my CV, and I like to tell people that although I wasn't necessarily working, I wasn't doing nothing. I was improving myself. Like, I was upskilling. I was going to networking events. I was understanding what career I wanted to change into. I was, you know, doing these little bits and bobs, sorting out my LinkedIn page, and making sure. So it's like, in that time, I'm sure you were doing something that's going to contribute you to get into the next step. It's just figure out in your mind that it's not just about working. Like, there can be a gap, and you could be taking time out to even travel so that your mental health's more right, so that you can come back into the workforce knowing what you wanted to do. So I think it's just like understanding that a gap doesn't have to be scary. I think maybe back in the day, if you had a gap, it was like a really big deal. But now I think it's just about being honest. And even if it was, I needed to take a gap because I wasn't too sure about this career path, and I needed time to just figure out what it is I wanted to do, talk to a few people, research, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I would say don't overthink it.
And and I think, like you said, be honest.
Yeah.
But just reframe it. Don't be like,
Reframe it,
oh,
like, I'm just sitting down
just
all day
yeah.
eating food.
Don't
You
say
weren't.
that. Exactly. Daisy, I'm going to come to you for this one.
Okay.
Can you give any tips for marketing interviews specifically?
Okay, I would say have like real life case studies. So whether it's a really cool collaboration where two brands have merged that are maybe a bit oxymoronic or something like that, just you know that you know the industry and you know the brands out there that are doing it right. There's great websites like Ad Week, Marketing Week, Social Media Today. There's loads of websites that pull these case studies quite quickly. High Snobiety if you're into fashion, that kind of thing, because quite more often than not you can apply those to real life questions or be like, oh, I saw how this brand did this, that's brilliant, or you know, this is what I would do. But would you add anything to that, Shola?
I would just say, like, make sure you really understand the skills required, because one thing that I spoke about on TikTok recently is that marketing isn't just like this one career. There's so many different types. There's the social media marketing, there's the B2B marketing, there's like analytics, creative. So it's like, depending on which one you're going for, just make sure you understand the skills, because we've had in like my agency before where somebody might be applying for a more technical marketing role, but they think it's going to be creative. So they're talking well for if it was a creative role, but it's not. So just make sure you understand the skills and the qualifications.
And there's loads
required.
of free courses to take, aren't there?
Yes,
you know,
Google Garage.
Google Analytics, Facebook ads.
Yeah.
There's so many free courses.
And they're
Spot.
quite they're not difficult, and it does, well, I mean, obviously you need to have skills to do it, but
Yeah.
they don't take a long time
No,
to
and
do,
and you don't have
they're
to
valuable.
fork out loads of money,
Yeah.
which
No,
is not
exactly.
ideal when you're trying to learn.
Start out,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Advice for someone wanting to change careers after you've started your first job.
I think that probably happens to a lot of people. You've, you know, literally come into the workforce and thought, actually, this is not what I want to do. But I think you need to take the experience, whatever it is, even if it's not what you actually want to do, and while you're working there, start looking at something else, look at what you could move into. I think if you know this is definitely not for me, and you know what you do want to get into, like we said before, start doing it a bit on the side, build a portfolio, because whatever you want to go into, you're going to have to show evidence that you can do it. And when you apply for a job, you're going to have to show that, like, you know what you're doing. So do stay with what you're doing. Also, I would try and, like, kind of wait it out a little bit, because I think everyone starts their first job and be like, oh my god, no, it's not quite right, or it's not this or that.
Although I do feel it's okay to jump around to start with.
I agree,
because I personally have been in a situation where I've been really miserable in a job, and I've just thought, you know what, life's too short. And for my mental health, I was like, I'm getting out of here. And it might be quite scary, but actually you look back and think, god, that was the best decision I ever made. So don't ride things out too long.
No,
you know, but
I think give it a little bit of time, because I think
there's always teething at the beginning,
isn't it? So, but if it's genuinely affecting mental health, or like you're unhappy, like properly unhappy, get out.
I'd also say translatable skills as well. I think a lot of the time when you want to switch careers, people don't realize how much some skills overlap anyways, like effective communication or like maybe having to like make presentations or so there will be some skills that you're using currently that, you know, will help you in the next role. So just have a look at the job descriptions of the roles you do want and then just highlight what you're currently doing, because that will help you in framing like cover letters or CVs and that sort of thing.
And no experience is bad experience. You can use it even if you're not going to stay in the role. You can use it to apply for something else.
Exactly.
Yeah, it took me 2 jobs to get to where I was happy with. So, yeah, I feel like it's a challenge a lot of people do face.
Yeah, and even if you hate it, like you still get something, you realise what you
definitely,
don't like,
and you look back and think, God, actually, I wouldn't have got there, wouldn't have got where I am today without that.
100%.
Everything happens for a reason. So. Just got to go with the flow, guys. Those were all our career questions. We've got a few more from our followers on Instagram, and these are just a bit of everything. So
should we do a quick fire?
Yeah, we'll do a little quick fire. B, what is in your everyday makeup bag? And how do you make it last all day in the office?
Okay, so obviously tan. I'm really sorry, guys, but I put tan on and it keeps developing, so I've gone quite tan this afternoon. But definitely, definitely tan. I mean, I feel like it's not really that interesting.
Tan?
I love Bare by Vogue. I love Cloud Paint. I've got really obsessed with, like for a little bit of cheek colour. I love the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I use the highlighter on my cheeks and on my eyelids, and then I also use whatever bronzer I use on my cheek on my eyelids as well. So then the colours will match. And what else is in my
That's
eyebrow stuff.
Great. Shola, what's some Glastonbury outfit inspo?
Ooh, Glasto.
I went last year and it
Did
was
you?
amazing. It was amazing.
Okay, go on, talk us through what you wore. What would you wear this year?
So to be honest, because it was like muddy, I didn't wear anything that great. I wore like these like baggy black cargo pants with like a tank top with like a sun on it, and that was pretty much it with some like sunnies.
What shoes did you wear?
Like boots, kind of like combat, boots.
Because it's quite muddy, isn't it?
Because it's muddy, so I just felt like I couldn't be as cute as I wanted. But maybe next time I would do like a Coachella vibe, like a Beyonce shorts and like that kind of vibe. But cool. I kept it pretty safe.
Nice.
Love that.
Daisy, would you do another marathon?
I don't know. Straight after I was like, never again. Because it was so magical and amazing, and I honestly, I think I cried about 5 times when I was running. It was so overwhelming. Don't know what it was. It was just I didn't sleep very well the night before. I was really anxious, and I think the whole day, the adrenaline just. So I wouldn't. I didn't know. I think I'm going to leave it at that. It was amazing. I'll still.
And you loved it.
I loved it. I'll still do long runs, but I don't think I'll ever do. I don't think I'd be able to get such a support crew out. I mean, you guys came down.
We've bloody come out again, babes.
But B, I think you need to sign up to one because you are a runner, and if not, I will sign you up.
But I feel like it takes away that I love running so much, and I just wouldn't want like a timeline, and I also love. Running like in my I don't know,
you'd love it.
I think it might take away what I love about running though.
I think if anything it makes it stronger.
Does it?
You're definitely, and I really miss having something to focus on. It was like having that structure and setting yourself a goal. I think it's just great.
Well, wait for your toenails to grow back and then you can try it.
It's a really good bucket list thing to tick off, isn't it?
Okay, Sapna, favourite lip oil?
Oh my god, great question. I love the Dior lip oil like so much.
What about a more high street version of Dior, like a dupe?
I think actually Vive has a really good one.
Okay.
It literally looks the same. The application looks the same as well. And that's a really nice one. They've got a few colours as well. And I actually think Clarins has one too. I'm not sure. I feel like that's probably the same price as Dior.
Yeah, that's a bit spenny.
Yeah.
Shola, would you rather invest in a pair of shoes, handbag, or piece of jewellery?
Piece of jewellery.
Oh, and why is that?
Just in case I need to sell it later down the line. I feel like it's a good investment, but also it's nice, and I'd wear it more often, I think, with everything.
Agree. I feel like jewellery is every day, isn't it?
Oh, I disagree.
You would say bag.
I would say bag or shoes because there are so many good affordable jewellery brands these days where you can get really good quality everyday wear and not break the bank. Whereas a bag is just something that is just a bit more like I feel like I'd invest in it, and then you can resell a bag. Best guys.
True.
Yeah. So
B, Aussie travelling to London. What are the top things I should do?
Okay, so I would say Primrose Hill is so cute all around there, like Regent's Park. You could have a little picnic or go to Hyde Park for a picnic. You could get the Boris bike, so you could get all around. What were you going to say?
Sorry, I said Borough Market.
Oh yeah, and Borough
we love
Market.
Borough Market.
Oh
We
yeah,
like
there's so
that
many
area.
Portobello Road. Lots of nice.
Oh, there's
restaurants
so much,
around
isn't there, actually?
Yeah, London is great.
Guys, I went to Hampstead Heath last weekend, and I found where the pool is, like the natural pool.
Yeah, what's that
It's
It's
called?
basically
It's
a
got
lake.
name, doesn't it?
Hampstead Heath
Yeah.
pool, I think. No,
I
Hampstead
think it's
Heath.
got a name.
Lake?
Yeah.
Is it like a pool or is it like a pond?
No, it's a pond. It's it's you know I
you swim in it?
don't know if you'd
With
like
fish
it.
in it?
That.
Yeah, I'm not
Well, I
sure.
mean, it's got I don't know what's in there. I wouldn't go
ducks.
under, but like nice to cool off.
Yeah. Both like that, count me out.
And me.
Oh, guys.
But Daisy, we will support you.
Yeah, we'll support you while you swim.
Giving me
How
that
to
then.
get over a friendship breakup? Any advice?
Oh,
A friendship
That's
breakup.
honestly, I think that's harder than an
it's
actual
harder
breakup.
than an actual breakup. It hurts.
It does, because the bond is just different.
Well, people say as well at our age, perhaps with your friendships, you grow away from each other
Yeah.
because of
You
like.
do.
But I haven't personally can say
Yeah.
I've been through one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I would advise. But what would anyone else say?
I mean, similar points as a normal breakup. Keep yourself distracted, see your other friends, do things that you enjoy.
But I also think it's part of life.
It
I
is
do
part of
think.
life.
And I also think if you've
Yeah.
had a friendship breakup, there's probably a reason for it, and you're probably not the same. You
Exactly.
probably drifted anyway. So
Yeah.
you need to go through like the grieving process. Like you'll start by being upset, then
Yeah.
you'll be like, then you'll accept it, or then I don't know. I think there's like just.
But also, like,
stages
if
you
you're
go
meant
through.
to be good friends, you just be good friends again in the future. Like you,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
If you love
Yeah.
someone, let
I
them
do
go and
think
they'll
it's
come
part
Yeah.
of life. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you going on your own personal journey, you will change, you will perhaps have different interests, and I think life is about people coming and going into your life,
Yeah.
and it's the ones that
Yeah.
stay
Yeah.
the whole time that
Yeah.
I
are.
love that. I always say my life's like a tube, and it's like it keeps on going. Some people come on and stop, and then come off. Some people stay
Oh,
to the end destination.
And yeah,
I
that's
like that.
really
But I think once you
nice.
like tell your mindset that people will come and go, it hurts less.
Yeah, and
But
actually-
it takes time.
Yes, if you hold on to it, it will probably be more upsetting.
sure.
So just
Yeah.
let things go.
Also, make sure you unfollow them because that's just
Yeah.
an easy way to not have to keep
Yeah.
thinking about it.
That's true.
Okay, last
I always feel like that is
one.
so like that is like.
I mean, it might
oh,
cause some
if
more
you unfollow
problems,
someone that is
but
like
bye.
Got to.
game over. Cutthroat.
I mean, I answered mine earlier, but what is everyone's
Same.
favourite restaurant right now? B?
Oh my god! Like in the whole of London,
Yeah, or anywhere.
or just
Or just something you're loving right now.
Do you know what? I went to 26 Grains again the other day, and I feel like I'm really obsessed with it at the moment. It's a porridge, like cafe in Neal's Yard in Covent Garden, and I am obsessed. Like if I could eat any, I feel like I talk about
It's a bit
breakfast
of me,
so
this.
much. Yeah, but they do the best porridge with all really lovely toppings like rhubarbs and like, it's so nice, like homemade peanut butter on top, and it's just like cooked to perfection. The coffee is amazing,
I need
and
to
it's
go.
a really sweet
Yeah.
little courtyard that it's just a really nice experience. I highly
Lovely.
recommend.
Shola, what about you?
Like I said before,
Oh, yes.
Okay,
That's my
I'm
go-to.
going. I'm going.
Yeah,
go.
that one's a
Please go,
really good
guys.
one.
Days, have you got any?
I can't say I've eaten out much. I don't really go out that much, but I am loving Attis on my work from home days. It's only when I feel like I need a treat I will spend
Yeah.
that much on a lunch, but they're just the most whole. Like,
Is it delivery?
It's no, I will go
Or
there,
just-
the one
yeah.
in Notting
Yeah.
Hill, and it's just like the most wholesome bowl of salad, and it
Yeah.
fills
Oh,
you
lovely.
up, and it's just it's really good.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching.
That was
is
so
the
fun.
end. It was so nice to have a
Thank
show
you.
back, as always.
So fun.
And we will see you all next time.
Bye.